it's me again. I got 5 likes on my last video, I think. And so here I am again with my first paranormal experience. It was the first time I've ever heard like a voice, like not like a voice like, oh, I heard it somebody call my name, but nobody just called me, or I heard somebody say something but they didn't say anything like in real life or whatever. I heard like something actually talk to me and like tell me to go do something, and it was also the same night. It was also the first time I ever saw like a spirit, full-bodied apparition. So here goes. So I was 10 years old. My niece was only maybe less than a month old, just like under a month, maybe a whole month. I can't remember. But my older sister, my dad, and my siblings and I were all home. My mom was at work. And my sister, Megan, asked me to watch her while she goes to the bathroom real quick. I was like, yeah, of course. And so 10-year-old me, I didn't know how to pick her up yet on my own. And so I didn't want to like break her. I was afraid that I would like snap her little neck. And that's like really morbid for a 10-year-old to freaking think about. But I did not want to break her. And so I just watched her as she lay down on the couch. And everything was fine. She was wiggling, and I was talking to her, and she suddenly opened her eyes, and then closed them real quick, and started screaming, and I was like, oh my god, what do I do? I don't know how to pick her up. I don't want to pick her up, because I don't want to hurt her. And so, what I did was I started screaming for my sister, my dad, and my brothers and sisters. And so I was screaming, help, help, Dad, Thomas, Tori, Megan, Chucky, anybody, come help me. But I was like screaming at the top of my lungs, not like bloody murder or anything, but I was yelling pretty loud, and they should have heard me because they were in my parents' bedroom, which was maybe like 20 steps away, maybe 30 at most, tops, and the door was open. So they would have heard me. But they didn't, because they didn't hear me for some reason. I don't know. And so I'm panicking. I'm like, nobody's coming to my freaking rescue. My niece is still screaming. I don't know how to help her. I'm freaking out. And all of a sudden I hear this voice in my ear, and from the back of the couch, there's a lamp right behind it. So it came from the lamp area, and it was like, go get Megan. Go get Megan, go get Megan, but in a creepy whisper. And I just looked at the lamp, freaked out, grabbed all the pillows on the couch that I could find, put them around my niece. She couldn't roll by that time yet, but I didn't know. I didn't want her to fall or get hurt. So I put a wall of pillows around her and then booked it to my dad's room, and I was like, guys, Anissa's screaming, I need help, I don't know how to pick her up, I don't want to hurt her, I need help. And my dad was like, whoa, why are you freaking out? She's just crying, I'll come help you. And I was like, and so I told him about the voice, and he didn't believe in like spirits and ghosts at the time, so he kind of just laughed it off and was like, yeah, whatever. And so that was that part of the day. And the second part was when we all went to sleep. My little brother, my little sister, and I slept out in the living room. And we had a L-shaped wraparound couch. And I slept on one side, this side, and my brother slept on this side. And our feet were facing each other this way. And there was enough space for somebody to sit in between our feet, like an adult, like large man could sit in between us comfortably. And that's an important detail. So we went to sleep, and I woke up in the middle of the night. I don't remember if it was because I had to go to the bathroom or to get a drink. It was one of those two things. I put my glasses on because I'm like Velma from Scooby-Doo without my glasses, and I can't see crap. So I put those on, and I see something glowing where my brother's head is. And so I look, and instead of seeing like the back of my brother's head, because his face, he was facing away from me, I saw in front of his head, right next to it, a man's head, like just, and it was just resting on the couch, and he was looking at me, and his hair was like spiky, his skin was blue, and he had like black around his eyes and lips and everything, and he was just staring at me. And so that freaked me out, and I put my comforter over my head and went back to sleep. And then I woke up probably maybe a few minutes later, put my glasses on because I had to go to the bathroom or get a drink again. And so instead of looking at my brother when I put my glasses on, I looked in front of me, in between the space where our feet are, and I see, again, not only the head was attached to his body, and he was like in a squatting position, like, I don't know if you can see, but he's like this, and his knees were up, and his elbows were resting on his legs, and he was just watching me. Still. And so that freaked me out even more. I didn't say anything. Like, it was like one of those moments like you couldn't say anything. All I could do was pick my blanket back up again, put it over my head, and lay back down, and then I tried going to sleep. And I did. And I woke up in the morning when the sunlight was shining, with the blanket still over my head, and I did not move until I heard, I'm pretty sure the first voice I heard was my dad's. I heard my dad talking to somebody, and I said, okay, it's safe to remove the blanket and wake up and go eat some cereal for the day, for the morning, and I was just like freaked out. So yeah, that was my first experience ever, and there's probably going to be, I think, maybe just a part 2 for the first experience, because that spirit has stayed with me like ever since. Like I'm maybe he's been with me since I was born or before I was born. I don't know, but yeah. So I guess I'll do part 2 and just skip everything in between, all the experiences in between, just to do the part 2 to this spirit. And so if I get like 1 or 2 likes again or more, then I will do part 2. And until next time.